Lay the tent fabric out over the ground sheet. Secure the 4 corners of the tent to your selected secured fitting with rope. Once you've factored in design elements and wind conditions and have selected your position, mark the location of the tent by spreading out the ground sheet and staking it. Begin securing the canopy loops to selected anchor points. In the instance where you're bringing the canopy down on one side, make sure the side is tight. Thread your webbing through your loops from one end to the other. Secure your webbing to self-tension knots at each end of the rope. To tighten the webbing, use a ratchet strap. Connect the loops to a self-tension knot on your stake with a carabiner. Secure 2 front corners of the canopy to selected anchor points. Again, use a self-tension knot on the stake with a carabiner. Use a longer rope on the canopy end and attach a carabiner at your adjustment point to prevent friction. You can now begin to insert your perimeter poles.
1, 2, 3, go.
In any area where a tent is attached to the ground, use 2.5 meter poles. Poles should be placed along the back inner face of the canopy, 3 to 4 meters apart. Ensure your pole is inserted perpendicular to the canopy. The pole's final resting place should be at a slight angle to push the fabric slightly outwards. Now we move to the front of the structure. The type of pole mechanism you use depends upon the structure style you choose to build. Here we start with our center edge pole. Attach the center loop to the pole ring bolt using a carabiner. On the loops to the other side of the pole, attach a rope using the carabiner. The rope can then be strung through the carabiner, which is attached to the other end of the pole ring bolt. Bring the 2 sections together with another carabiner. That will be attached to an anchor. Lift the pole into place and adjust your tension on your rope. Before we place any other posts, we add a temporary center post. This should give us an idea of the shape and tension of the canopy.
Our bracket fitting, which slides over. Actually slide that into place. So you always got to push against the fabric. So we're going to actually push it in the center there now. Okay, alright, okay. We'll just go 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up.
Now we replace that center pole. The permanent pole will have a wider head on the top to help grip the canopy.
1, 2, 3. And get it into position.
Adjust your center edge pole and place your remaining center poles. Complete your front edge by adding other posts. Work from the center edge post out. The amount of posts you use depends upon the shape you want. Inspect your tent from a distance to check for any needed adjustments. Make sure every area of the canopy allows for water runoff. In this video, we've shown you a basic setup for a stretch tent. However, there are multiple shapes you can achieve with the same supplies, just with different rigging techniques. Use the methods outlined today, the flexibility of the product, and your own imagination to create a number of different and unique installation styles.